The South African Police Service National Deputy Commissioner Tebello Mosikili has outlined interventions that will be in place to address gang-related violence in a number of communities, including Westbury, Eldorado Park, Newclare, Claremont, Riverlea and Noordgesig. Now, this comes after angry community members of Westbury in Johannesburg marched to the local Sophiatown police station yesterday, demanding answers from the police, feeling that they are not doing enough to curb crime in the area following the killing of a local businessman, Ashwin McCabe, on Monday. Now, let's get the latest. We're now joined via Teams by Westbury Community Activist Jefferson Alistair Johnson. Jefferson, thank you so much for your time. Of course, we again discuss this very circumstance that has led you, in fact, to say, that your life too might be at risk, from gangs that are operating in that area. Just talk to us about the latest person to have died following gang violence in your area.
My dear, thank you so much for having me. The unfortunate thing is that, as you just mentioned, that Ashwin was a businessman and he also was part of a group called Mighty Men in the area. Ashwin also operated like the work of a pastor in the community. What I need to mention is that the unfortunate thing that Ashwin was shot on Monday evening for no apparent reason. And yesterday, so the community was just very angry and we went to the police station. But the deployment that we got, we're not really happy with, was a deployment of 200 police that was split between the areas of, as you mentioned, Riverlea, Westbury, Eldorado Park, Noordgesig, and also Lenasia and Ineffectiveness. So that to me was as if we are completely undermined as a community and as a colored people, because if this was any other area, there would be strong measures that would have been taken into consideration with regards to somebody's life that was taken just like that.
Some would think that the deployment of an additional 200 boots on the ground, as the National Deputy Commissioner Tebello Mosikili has described, would be enough. But your fight in Westbury, particularly as a community, has been one that has taken years, in fact, against gang violence. Just paint a picture, for our viewers especially, in terms of what happens there on a daily basis.
I had mentioned to the commissioner yesterday. When I spoke to the commissioner, I said to them, one of the most important things for us was the fact that they could not even the fact that they could not speak to us as a community. Firstly, the deployment that they gave was 200 boots on the ground for which area? It was for all those solicit areas that was mentioned, not for Westbury only. For, as I said, Riverlea, all those and for Lenasia and Lenasia. But for us, for me, it's a tremendous big problem, because they know the problem that we had. And we had the minister that was deployed to our area twice. And he also did a deployment that only lasted for about 3-4 weeks, where they had over 50 people, or so I say 12 different units that was in the area. But it also never worked. It was not sustainable. And even now with the deployment that they give, I promise you one thing for sure. I know for a fact it's not going to work.
We are also hearing, of course, disturbing, information that comes from community members who are talking about children as young as 13, in fact, being recruited to join these gangs. Now, of course, these are powerful gang members who are, of course, taking advantage of young children who, I would imagine at this stage, very desperate, particularly because some of them are, given money as a reward when they do join this gang. Just talk to us about that particular matter.
The truth is, let me say, there is boys as young as 12 years old in all the different areas that is now gunmen. These are the boys that shoot. These are the boys that don't understand the value of money. They also don't understand the value of life. If you are caught up in a situation and you see somebody deals in drugs and they're making money, you obviously would want to go for something like that. So that is where we are lying with the caught up situation between money, drugs, and obviously flashy cars and a flashy lifestyle. So those are the unfortunate things that we have that is infiltrated our communities at large.